This 2022 Forbes article claims that maintenance activity during planned downtime is 4 times more efficient than the same activity during unplanned downtime. That's a massive difference. A difference in maintenance cost if you can predict maintenance events and plan for them. This is why most operators are exploring and implementing predictive maintenance programs anywhere they can. In this video, I'll explain how predictive maintenance works. Predictive maintenance provides operators with a reliable estimate of when maintenance will be needed on an industrial asset. Here's a diagram of how the process works. The 5 steps start with acquiring the data about the condition of an asset, like vibration, temperature, or noise levels, and then processing that data to identify whether a failure might occur in the near future. The processed data is then stored and visualized for operators to analyze and make decisions from. All of these steps are made possible by network connections that move the data from one step to the next. Let's take a more detailed look at each of these steps. First of all, data acquisition. Good data is the foundation for reliable models and predictions. The most common data types used for predictive maintenance are vibration and infrared. But really, any measurement that indicates a change with the condition of the asset makes a good data source. Acquiring the data from these sensors requires them to be connected. Where possible, the sensors are connected by wire. But sensor manufacturers like Emerson and Honeywell and others have robust industrial wireless solutions that are reliable without the cost of installing network cables. Cisco Systems, the company that I represent, works with Emerson, Honeywell, and others to ensure data gets from the hardest to reach places to where it's needed to be processed and analyzed. Second step, data processing. Raw data is rarely meaningful by itself, so data processing is an important step to convert the raw data into meaningful information. In some cases, this can be done by normalizing the data and then just comparing it to a predetermined threshold. In other cases, the outcome can only be determined by combining multiple data sources in a model that's been developed through machine learning or some other analysis. In some solutions, this processing can be done at the edge, near the asset being monitored. This is what's called edge processing. But in other cases, this processing is centralized in an IoT platform, either in the data center or in a cloud service. Third is data storage. Once the data is processed, it's actually ready to be acted on. But in parallel with this action step, data is usually stored for future analysis. The longer-term analysis is necessary to improve the algorithms and predictive models being used. It also provides a broader view to trends across multiple assets and longer periods of time, so that systemic issues can be identified and resolved at a big picture level. Fourth is presenting the data. Making the data actionable with a simple visual interface can be the difference between a high-value action and having the information just lost in the noise of daily data feeds. The delivery of this simple, actionable information builds trust over time as it reliably predicts failure scenarios. In the best system, these simple action steps have supporting data behind them that can be easily examined by operators who want to dig into the details. The more advanced systems take the individual sensor analysis and combine it with a knowledge database or other data feeds using artificial intelligence. From this broader data set, the system can make clear recommendations on what actions need to be taken, and in some cases, it can create a service ticket for an operator to review. Cisco has done this with the maintenance of network infrastructure assets, and a similar approach also works for industrial assets. The fifth and final step is maintenance decision making. The final step is deciding to act on the recommendations of the predictive maintenance system. For simple systems, this requires the operator to draw from their domain knowledge to identify which maintenance activities need to be scheduled. In the more advanced artificial intelligence example, some of this work is done by the system, and the operator just needs to validate the recommendation and then authorize the action. There we have it, 5 steps. In summary, the 5 steps of predictive maintenance in this diagram provide operators with a reliable estimate of when maintenance will be needed on a specific industrial asset. Data from sensors on the asset is securely transported across the network where it's processed, stored, and presented. Ultimately, the maintenance decision that gets made ensures that a more efficient and productive maintenance practice gets established. For more information on Cisco's industrial network capability and our ecosystem of partners, go to cisco.com/go/IoT. Take care.